And it was Orton and the Fiend. And I'll say this about Randy Orton. He looks physically tremendous. They did a history package of this thing, which I didn't watch because I knew we were going to get Firefly fun houses and flamethrowers and etc. But I didn't want to see this to begin with, whether it was cinematic or a match, because it's already been just so repugnant, this whole thing. They burned this guy alive in front of us, but supposedly now he's come back, so this is fake, and they're not really mad at each other, so why do I care? And Orton's in the ring, and here comes the goofy music, and here comes fucking Alexa Bliss. Ignorance is bliss. And she skips to the ring to the stupid music, and then walks up to a giant jack-in-the-box and turns the thing, and the box pops open, and out comes the Fiend, disproving my theory once and for all. Everybody who comes out of a box is not over. And he stood there, and I wrote at the time, I'm giving this one more minute. And he stood there motionless for about 50 seconds and then dove off the box and jump-started fucking the match and did the thing where he wrenched Orton's neck, and Orton went down and sold it, and everything stood still. And they kept the red light on. And Orton was selling, and nothing was moving, and nothing was happening. And then Orton rolls out on the floor, so Fiend jumps out there, and they do a little fighting outside, and Fiend no-sells the suplex on the table. And Fiend no-sells the DDT. And that's when Michael Cole refers to the box-like structure at ringside. Another way of phrasing a box-like structure would be a box! And Orton hits another DDT. And then after Orton hit the first DDT hit on the Fiend popped right back up. Orton hits another DDT on him, and while the Fiend is on his hands and knees getting up, Orton stomped his fingers. Now let me see just what we've watched. Fiend has been set on fire and burned alive. Fiend has had his head caved in with a goddamn sledgehammer. Fiend didn't he get hit by a moving vehicle of some description? None of these things could stop him, so Orton goes to stomp his fingers.
Maybe he'll tickle him next.
Tickle me, Elmo. The Fiend didn't sell anything. Barely anything happened. The red light makes this impossible to watch without getting a headache. You can't see what's going on. I wrote, why am I watching this? Flames shot from the ring posts suddenly. No, that's what... The Fiend is going for his finish, Sister Abigail on Orton, after almost nothing has happened. There's been so little wrestling, I can't even remember the last time that this little happened in anything, ever. And then he's ready to give Orton his finish, but he looks up, flames shoot from the ring posts, and there's Alexa Bliss in the Fiend's jack-in-the-box, but she's sweating black shit. And it distracted the Fiend from doing his finish, so then Orton gave Fiend an RKO. 1, 2, 3. He sold that. But why did his own girl distract him from giving Orton the finish? Did you understand any of this?
No, I have no idea what happened, why it happened, or any of the background. And I watched.
And you watched it, and then Orton left, and then the lights went out. As Fiend was staring at Alexa Bliss, the lights went out, and when the lights came back on, they were all gone. Nobody was there. I wish they'd have turned the lights back on and all the fans had been gone, too. That would have showed them. So this was a complete waste of fucking time, and that's it for me for the Fiend or Alexa Bliss and probably Randy Orton forever. WrestleMania or... And Randy Orton's one of the best fucking talents in the industry. But I don't want to see, and one of my boys, but I don't want to see him anymore because of the things they've done to him. And I will never watch anything involving this fucking Fiend or this Alexa Bliss again. Just, no. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life.
A lot of people have been curious if you will take back your claim that anyone who comes out of a box gets over.
As I just mentioned, it disproved my theory earlier. But he didn't really come out of the box. He was coaxed. No, fuck all of this. Just all of this. Just everything that happened here. It was all rotten, and we don't ever want to think about it ever again.
So night one ends with this amazing moment. Bianca Belair wins the world title. She's emotional. Her family are at ringside. You see her crying. It's like, wow, wrestling can be powerful and good. And then night two opens up with this.
Yeah.
This was really bad. Embarrassingly bad.
And they've painted themselves into a corner where now this Fiend is not going to make any sense no matter what he does, because you can kill him but not hurt him, but then you can give him an RKO and he'll stay down. But then he doesn't sell this, so none of it.
Well, he lost his power. Apparently, I mean, if I'm just going to try to guess based on this garbage, the Fiend lost some of his powers when the black ooze started coming out of Alexa's forehead. I don't know, maybe old blade marks, I'm not sure. But once that happened, it appeared the Fiend lost his power, other than his power to disappear. And that's why Randy Orton was able to beat him with the rather pedestrian RKO.
All right, I'm going to watch Alexa Bliss the first time that black shit comes out of her minge. Let me know. Otherwise, she's on my banned list. Just like that word on YouTube.
Yeah, none of this is making YouTube here. Yeah. I don't know. Whoa.
All right. It wouldn't be black. Maybe just be brown with green pus. Anyway.
What?
So we're now Bayley butts in on Hulk Hogan, Titus O'Neil, and Eric Bischoff. With Hogan there, that was probably one of the deals. He's like, Bischoff is like Hogan's little dog Pockets. He's one of the best friends. So if Hogan's around Bischoff, and he has to get his podcast plugged, somebody's got to do it. But anyway, Bayley, again, she's being treated like a nobody. She's a social climber. She's lost her fucking marbles. I don't know what's going on. There was a girls tag team match with Nia Jax and Tamina both involved. And that was an excellent thing because I needed to make up some time to be able to meet our recording schedule. And apparently this took quite a while because it took quite a while on speed search for me to get safely past it.